but he was able to nonetheless. Now I want to say, by the way, I should have said this at the beginning, but I just wanted to go over real quick. Both these players have been doing pretty well lately. They're both players that on a normal basis that you consider them kind of mediocre, middle road players. You know, UpMagic has done decently well in some Star Leagues before, but he's never really, distinguished himself. And same with Kwanro. But Kwanro has been owning the crap out of everything lately. Oh, kill the Scourge off! Kill the... Oh, he doesn't get a chance to kill that Scourge off. I think he does have another Valkyrie incoming. Yeah, those are definitely Charon boosters upgraded. If I wasn't sure before. And now here comes the Scourge. Oh, he picks off another Valkyrie! Another Valkyrie. He really needs to protect those better. Those are a lot of money being picked off by a relatively small amount of money, basically. The Scourge, only 25 minerals, 75 gas, and the Valkyries, I don't remember exactly how much they are, but I think they're like 275 minerals and 150 gas, or something along the lines of that. That's a lot of money in each Valkyrie, and they're not really that effective, as you can see, until you get a squad of like at least, I was gonna say 4, 4 or 5, or if you have 6 or 7 or 8 Valkyries, you can just melt air units, and it's just really, really effective. But until then, they're not too useful, and as you can see, they just keep getting picked off by Scourge, and it's just basically burning a lot of money. Where if he'd had another factory up and was producing more Goliaths instead of extra Valkyries, then that might be a different story. The Valkyries, I mean, they do pretty well. They soften up groups of Mutalisks for the Goliaths to do a little bit more damage, but still. But anyway, Kwanro has been doing really, really, really well lately, and UpMagic has been doing decently well as well. He was in a bit of a slump, and now he's been getting into, I believe, into the low levels of the next season of the Star Leagues, and he's been doing pretty well in Pro League as well. Not as well as Kwanro, though. Kwanro's won something like 10 out of his last 12 games. He's just on a tear right now, and he's beating good players as well. And he's originally known for his ZVT, his Zerg versus Terran, and he was considered to have pretty bad Zerg versus Protoss. But lately he's been beating really good Protoss players as well, so I'm really excited to see him doing well, since he's been a favorite player of mine, and it's always disappointing to see your favorite players not do well. He has put up another couple bases, by the way, so his 2-hatch has done its job. It's kept UpMagic in his base, kept the pressure on UpMagic enough that he can go out and get more expansions. And so now we're going to see Kwanro really making use of this map and using the fact that it's got all sorts of expansions everywhere to his advantage. UpMagic has gotten another base up himself, though, and so that means they're pretty much even in terms of economy. And I don't know if Kwanro's even seen that base. If he had, he probably would have destroyed it by now. I don't think he's actually seen that base because his Mutalisks have come in from the other side. I could be wrong, but I really think with only one turret protecting it and a really good attack location, you can attack from behind the minerals there from relative safety. I think he would have gone in there and killed off that base. I mean, not the whole base, but he would have killed off some SCVs already if he had. Oh, here comes the Scourge. Oh, the Goliaths are going to pick off some of those Scourges. So now he's got a good, decent, sizable chunk of Valkyries to be able to do some damage to those Mutalisks, and he has enough Goliaths that he can run back those. And now he sees this base, so maybe he did know about it after all, or maybe he was just flying over there actually, because he's now running away. And he ran right on top of the turrets without really attacking in any real concerted fashion. So maybe he actually didn't know about that after all. Anyway, regardless, so now what I was saying is UpMagic now has enough Goliaths that he can kind of deal with those Scourge if he runs the Valkyries back. Although now he's got a lot of Mutalisks out. Jesus, now he's got these 4 bases running. He's able to produce a lot of Mutalisks. Here comes the Valkyries attacking the Scourge first and actually taking some extra hits because of it. Oh, Goliaths are going to pick off the Scourge before they hit the Valkyries. Nicely done. The Valkyries are saved. He's going to need to do a little repairs. It looks like each of those Valkyries took a single Scourge hit. And the Mutalisks are going to get chased off, but in the meantime, while the Goliaths were dealing with the Scourge, while the Goliaths were dealing with the Scourge, the Mutalisks were able to do some damage to the SCV count there. +1 armor for the Mutalisks, but +1 weapons for the I think that was the air units, are going to kind of even out there. Goes in, looks like he picked off. They may have been a hidden Scourge. it looks like he picked off a single Valkyrie there. You group up your 2 Scourge with your Mutalisks so that when they run in, the Valkyries, what have you, attack the Mutalisks and not the Scourge. Although, in that situation where they're all clumped up, it doesn't matter as much because the Valkyries are going to do splash damage to everything. Anyway, critically, Kwanro, it looks like, only has 3 gas, because one of the bases that he took, well, here we go. He's going to get some more gas pretty soon. One of the bases that he took was kind of a mineral-only base to the left of his main. And, you know, it's one of the ones where you can squeeze it through and take a gas expansion, or you can just use it as a mineral-only base. And that looks like what he was doing, was using it as mineral-only. So he only has 3 gas mines. This one on the left is his other one, and it's going to be under attack very soon here, as we can see. But he squeezed, looks like he squeezed a drone through. He's going to try and take the gas, or a gas expansion at the top there as well. And look at this, Kwanro is going to be counterattacking. UpMagic is attacking his expansion there, and Kwanro is counterattacking the main, sort of the front door of UpMagic's base. UpMagic bringing a lot of his forces back, actually, just his Valkyries here, actually, it looks like. The Valkyries are going to, he's got a sizable force of Valkyries. 4 Valkyries now are going to be able to do a decent amount of damage, a lot of damage to those Mutalisks, and buy time for some more Goliaths to come back. And look at this, he actually split up his force. Usually you don't want to do that. You don't want to split up your forces like that. But he actually left about a dozen Goliaths to clean up that base, and brought some of his Goliaths back just to support those Valkyries. And that's what I was talking about. Once you have that clump of Valkyries, you know, just 1 or 2 is not going to do any good. But once you have 4 or 5, they start to really be effective, especially in conjunction with the Goliath there. Just really, really softening them up and doing a lot of damage there, a lot of damage. And especially with Kwanro not having enough Scourge around to try and pick those off, or at least chase them off. He was able to do a really decent amount of damage there. And now UpMagic is taking a 4th base. So Kwanro is trying to reestablish a 4th base. It looks like in the top left corner he's building another base. And UpMagic taking a 4th base and defending it just now. I'm almost surprised he defended, actually, because there was a lot of forces over that direction. But he brought those Goliaths back and was able to defend. Oh my gosh! Huge, 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 huge. Did I mention huge battle going on here? Doing a lot of damage to those Mutalisks. I mean, just concentrated firepower from those Valkyries, just doing so much damage. Huge amount of damage. That damage was like huge. There was a lot of it. It was big. It was large, and unfortunately, he did get a couple of his Valkyries. It looks like almost all of his Valkyries have gotten picked off now, actually. So some key Scourge coming in, flying off those Mutalisks. I think those Valkyries did their job for the moment, though, because now he's got a really, really big critical mass of Goliaths. Single tank is going to be able to shell away. And, oh, is he going to be able to take out that tank? No, the tank survives. The tank survives. So, look at this. UpMagic trying to get a 5th base in the bottom left corner. Pretty ballsy, actually, but Kwanro is going to shut that down. But I don't know what Kwanro's going to do right now. He is really, really on the back foot here. There's a ton of Goliaths protecting that single tank. And as you saw, he tried to kill off that tank with the squad of Hydralisks, but there was just so many Goliaths there that he killed them off quickly enough that they just couldn't get enough hits on that tank. And now he's just trying to plant down as many colonies as he can to buy time. The Goliaths, there's not quite enough Goliaths to go in just full scale and just attack outright against those sunken colonies. But with the tank there, the tank can just slowly shell away, and that's all he has to wait for is the tank to go to work. But Kwanro is in a lot of trouble now. Look at this, UpMagic going around and dropping Goliaths everywhere. So Kwanro can't even focus all of his efforts on his front door because there's Goliaths in his expansions. There's Goliaths attacking his main base now as well. And he's just leaving single Goliaths around just to be annoying, just to keep Kwanro distracted so he can't gather his whole force to really attack this group in the front. Now there's 2 tanks shelling, and he's slowly picking off these Goliaths in his expansions, but that is just really, really going to hurt Kwanro just so much. He does not have the economy to spare right now to be losing random drones to Goliaths and what have you, and this one dropship is just being so deadly. Dropping Goliaths everywhere. I think it's only a matter of time for Kwanro to have to bow out of this game here. Only a few colonies left, and UpMagic thinks it's time to go in. He's been picking off some of those Mutalisks with his Goliaths around the map. He knows that he doesn't have a whole lot. He is trying to go in. Some of the Mutalisks are distracted as well. Kwanro trying to bring all of his forces back here. I don't think he's going to have enough, though. Look at this, just a few paltry Hydralisks coming back here. Just a smattering of Mutalisks as well, and there's just a ton of Goliaths and tanks in the mix, and still Goliaths attacking his random expansions in various places. So even if Kwanro manages to hold this off, he's just going to have such a low economy. UpMagic with 4 bases now running is just going to be in such a beautiful position. I don't think that Kwanro is going to be able to survive this, and Kwanro has lost his Spire now as well. So there's GG. His last reinforcements of Mutalisks coming back to support, but he knew it wasn't going to be enough. So Kwanro throwing down GG. So this was the first game of eSTRO versus CJ, by the way. So eSTRO going up 1-0, actually. eSTRO, the underdog team, doing pretty well. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed that game. Hopefully I'll do some more commentaries here soon. I'm not sure, but we shall see. Either way, take care. Thanks for watching.